everyone, and welcome to Trending Today, the business show that brings you inspiring innovators, entrepreneurs setting trends, and changing the game in every industry imaginable. I'm Karen LeBlanc, your host, and in this episode, we travel to the South, throughout the Midwest, and into the Caribbean to visit Haiti, where we meet a group of people on a mission to train leaders to make a lasting difference. But first, Trending Today is here at the Niswonger Performing Arts Center in beautiful Greenville, Tennessee, for the 21st Annual Golden Trailer Awards, honoring the best of that storytelling art form known as the movie trailer. The organizers of this awards ceremony are dedicating the event to all of our unsung heroes, those workers in healthcare, emergency services, transportation, the food industry, and more, who went to work every single day during a very scary time so that we could safely enjoy streaming our movies and TV shows at home. Our next guest is directly responsible for putting some of those same workers on the front lines to help those in need of medical attention. Next, we head to Omaha, Nebraska to meet the dynamic team at Triage Staffing and learn how they use transparency to build trust, which has earned them a spot on the Inc. 5000's fastest growing companies list for the 5th time.
My name is John Maskey. I'm founder, CEO of Triage Staffing. We're based here in Omaha, Nebraska. We've been at this for 15 plus years, having tons of fun. We're a nationwide healthcare staffing firm. We place traveling professionals all over the country. We work in all 50 states. We place nurses, rehab therapy professionals, cardiopulmonary professionals, radiology professionals, and medical lab professionals. They do 13-week contracts, and when they're done with those assignments, we get them amped up for their next triage contract and get them on the road again. When we've done research and talked to travelers and asked them directly what it is that they are seeking, overwhelming response is, we don't want there to be surprises. We want to be taken care of. And as part of being taken care of, we just want to be shot straight. What directly sets Triage apart in our industry is that we're real. Big reason why travelers choose Triage. We are not spinning some fantasy of what folks are going to expect on contracts just to put a square peg into a round hole. That's not who we are. We're candid, we're upfront, we're honest, we're straight shooters when it comes to sharing information about the assignments that they're going to take. We might do more to talk someone out of a contract than we do to talk them into a contract. That's what the Triage difference is. That's what we're about. As we looked at the entire market, we realized that technology was going to have to play a big role in. And we're not a tech company. We're not pretending to be a tech company, okay? We're a staffing firm. We get relationships. We saw an opportunity with a company called Kamana Health that is a technology company that had a simple solution for how they could make travelers' lives better, easier, simpler.
I love nurses. I love my fellow nurses. I've gotten to work from Florida all the way up to Alaska with, different RNs, CNAs, rad techs, occupational therapists, and this kind of common denominator of like the paperwork associated with our careers. I mean, it just sucks. It's a big time suck. It's frustrating.
Healthcare professionals were used to like texting their licenses, texting their certifications, which isn't that big of a deal. But then when you get to things like history and physicals and vaccine records and all these social security cards and driver's licenses and sending stuff via email and text and walking down to the 4th floor of the hospital or the basement to talk with HR. And
like it's a paper folder and I've got documents that are immunizations and health records and TB mass fits. And then I've got photos on my phone, I think somewhere of certifications and licenses, etc. And I've got a dusty old laptop that I have to travel around with because you can't do this stuff from your phone. In the travel healthcare space, it's very speed to market. This remote data exchange must happen quickly if you're going to be successful as a travel nurse. Well, no, I'm talking to other travel nurses and they have the same problem. And then I'm I'm talking to that physical therapist and that rad tech that's not even a traveler, and they're having the same problem.
My initial reaction was, Trey, there's got to be a better way to do this stuff.
There's got to be a better solution for this.
I was shocked by the fact that no one else considered the pain points of our healthcare professionals important enough to make the investment or really figure out the problem and the solution to go with it. Kamana spent so much more time on that than anybody we've seen in the space. We knew that if we didn't do something about the problems our clients and our travelers and our healthcare professionals are facing, somebody else would. We wanted to be the first. Kamana was the answer to do that.
And Kamana provides that healthcare professional a digital wallet, and that essentially is just a unique place to store, track, manage, and share all their stuff.
When we think about the problems that we're looking at in credentialing in healthcare, again, it's not local to just RNs or travel healthcare professionals. It's a big problem. It's systemic. It's across healthcare professionals. It's with travel agencies. It's in hospitals, clinics.
One of the things that drove us to start Kamana was Trey's personal breach of his information.
I get this letter in the mail one day saying that my data's been breached. I emailed this sensitive information, medical records, social security card, tax home address to a recruiter. They get their stuff hacked, and my data out there. And I want to be mad at the hackers, I want to be mad at the situation, but I know better, right? I would never do that with a patient's data. I would never email somebody else's sensitive information. I'd lose my license. So why am I doing that with my own personal stuff?
At the center of our platform, we have always focused on security. We have made sure that anyone who needs access to this platform can get it securely, and that the traveler can share those links with whoever they need to without having fear of compromising their information. We do this by making sure that we're at the highest standards of encryption on our platform, and we do that without actually making it harder for our clients and our travelers to share information.
In our mind, it's just about how we can solve problems with technology and keep things simple.
What we're really driving towards at a rapid pace is getting healthcare professionals all over the country on this platform to ultimately be able to say, hey, I want to work here, here's everything you need to know about me. And instead of starting from scratch, they're already 60, 70, 80% of the way through the process. And our goal as a company is to bring that process from many weeks to just a couple of days, or maybe even less.
When I think about what it means to be partnering with Kamana, we've got somebody who has a mentality that the traveler is first, that the healthcare facility is first. Giving a traveler the ability to take their career into their own hands, and also by connecting our clients a lot faster with those healthcare professionals.
When I think about Triage, there's the connections, there's the resources, but I think most importantly, they're passionate. They're like, let's go after it, let's get it, like let's do this. And healthcare credentialing, not the most sexy industry, right? They want to disrupt this market. They want to provide solutions that are global, that are not specific to their organization, which was really important to us.
They've got this vision of how can we serve the travel healthcare market and then take that and replicate it for hospitals and for nursing homes and for medical students and for folks coming out of universities that are looking for their first job.
The bigger picture here is making sure that we create efficiency and a great experience. People talk about disrupting industries and things like that. We are willing to disrupt even our own model. As we apply that philosophy to the platform that we're building, we know we're going to get it right.
Historic Abingdon was recently voted one of the coolest small towns in America. The grand opening of the Car Barn by our next guest is sure to add to the beauty, style, and history that give Abingdon that classic feel.
Hello, my name is David Cook and I am the General Manager here at the Car Barn. When you enter the Car Barn, we want you to have a welcome family feeling. We take good care of our customers. Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal. And when you come in here, we want you to feel good about it, feel at home. Any question you want to ask, we're going to answer them for you.
We are so excited about the Car Barn being in Washington County, the newest member of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce. And we're looking forward to referring people here. We know we're going to have a lot of out-of-town guests, and we're just hoping that they'll look at Abingdon, Washington County, and come down here and look at these beautiful cars. And we're so elated too to have Mr. McLaughlin here as a business. We know it's going to be a never-ending success, just like everything else he's done.
I'm excited about the car barn because I believe it'll be a great asset to our county. Mr. McLaughlin has always done a good job with every business he's ever done. He's a great philanthropist, and we're really excited about the car barn being here. I wish them all the luck here. Hopefully they will be able to do well with their auctions and their car sales, and if there's anything we can do as a county, we would be glad to help them out.
It's so exciting working here. We have people coming in, they'll see a particular car and say, wow, I took my wife on her first date on that car. Stuff like that don't happen at your normal, dealerships. And we have some luxury cars. If you're looking for a luxury car, late model luxury car, we have them. We have the antique cars. We have a car for everyone. You need to come in just to experience it. I promise you, you won't be dissatisfied.
So anyway, make yourself welcome. Thank you all again for being here. And we'll get back to it.
6,000, sir. 6,000.
But my love of classic cars, I collect them. I've been doing that for several years, and I just thought, why not have some fun and make this a business which would make collecting cars even bigger. I think we're the biggest showroom under one roof in Tri-Cities. So we have 32,000 feet here, and we have, as you see, maybe 125 cars under roof right now. So you get to see all these wonderful old cars, classics, antiques, and you can walk through history here.
We just had our grand opening and it was a great success. We had a huge turnout. The weather wasn't exactly perfect, but still the enthusiasm and the interest we have here at the car barn was over the top today. And I want to thank everybody for coming out today, and I know the future is going to be bright for us because we've had so much interest, so many people, with the compliments we've had, the job that we've been doing. I'm excited just to be here.
I'm Tim McLaughlin, and I do love this place. So thank you for coming out, and thank you for being part of my life. I really appreciate it.
If your parents told you that playing video games may rot the brain, well, that's not entirely true. Our next guest takes us to the picturesque mountains of Northeast Tennessee, once dubbed Little Chicago because it was a popular stopover spot for infamous gangster Al Capone during his many bootlegging trips. Well, today, Johnson City is home to the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State University, and one group of Bucks is here to tell you all about the advantages that gaming has for young people.
The esports here at ETSU started up about midway through fall of 2019. It started off thanks to Dr. Karen King, a lot of other people coming together, recognizing this is something that our students wanted. There's been a great club scene here at ETSU for a very long time, and we wanted to take it to the next level. We announced the program late November, early December of 2019, and then our first signings took place a few months afterwards, and this has been our first season, and it's been very exciting.
We're part of the National Association of Esports Conference. That collegiate competition allows us to compete with universities all over the country who have official esports teams. And so we finished in the top 16. I thought that was really great for an opening season. We're very, very proud of our facilities. I think we have a first-class arena. The Alienware that we have purchased for our team is really top of the line. I don't think you would find any better equipment for an esports team at any institution in the country.
We've got a 32-foot video wall, so that's the size of a common billboard if you're not too good with numbers and visualization. And on that, we're able to display all of our games, as well as we have 2 dedicated training facilities on campus, one in the Culp Center by the video wall, and then another on another part of campus, a little more private, a little more secluded, where the team can kind of get away from the spotlight just a little bit. Right now we are competing in League of Legends, Overwatch, and Rocket League. Our first season we started out with just League of Legends and Overwatch. Our students found out that if they demanded loud enough that we would listen, and we had an overwhelming support from our student body. Hey, we want a Rocket League team. We want to play on a Rocket League team. We want to support a Rocket League team. Our new primary push is building that team out, and we're very excited to start that season up.
The administration thought it was important to pay attention to what our students like, to the things that they do, to their interests. Having that experience for students and being forward thinking and being on the cutting edge is kind of how we see our role in higher education.
If any potential parents, if their kids want to try out for it, I think at least give them the chance, because there are scholarships, and I mean, that's what you want for your kids. You want them to get scholarships for school. So you can pay for school by playing video games.
There's a lot there that's not just playing, that's not just coaching. There's production assistants, there's camera people, there's graphic designers, there's people sitting in accounting, there's people working on sponsorships. Like, esports really is an industry for everyone. We're hungry, we want to win, we're looking for the best talent. We're looking for the most passionate people. We're looking to level everything up constantly. So if you're looking for somewhere that you want to compete, you want to win, you want to be recognized at the highest level, ETSU is the place for you.
From Little Chicago to Big Chicago, we think it's important when you stay in one of the most storied cities in the United States that you stay in style. And so do the owners of Loft 606, who roll out the welcome mat to all of their guests. Join me as I tour Loft 606, which has played host to some famous names in sports, entertainment, and fashion, as we find out why this eclectic and stylish Airbnb destination is just about the most unique property I've ever spent the night in. Hello everyone, I'm Karen LeBlanc with Trending Today, coming to you from Chicago, known for its modern skyscrapers, modernist buildings, and architectural gems such as this one. This is Loft 606. It's a quirky, cool Airbnb with a great story. Its original owner was Chris Garner. Now you may remember him from the hit Hollywood film The Pursuit of Happiness. Actor Will Smith played Garner in his rags to riches story, from a homeless father of a toddler to the founder of a successful investment firm. Well, over the years, Loft 606 has changed ownership. Today, it is a hip, cool Airbnb that plays host to famous names in sports, entertainment, and fashion. Let's take a tour and find out why. When you walk into this space, you're intrigued. You're curious. I mean, you're looking at this unique mix of random designed elements. There's a clown head, there's a carpenter's bench, there's a gorgeous carved wall salvaged from a Chicago church. You can't wait to see what's around the corner, because you know you are in for an experience. So I am going to start our tour under the disco ball. Why? Because there's a disco ball in the middle of this living space. It was actually salvaged from an iconic Chicago nightclub and really kind of sets the scene for all the famous names who have partied underneath this disco ball. Let me just name drop a few for you. Juliana Rancic, Carmelo Anthony, Miles Turner, Bobby Portis, Trey Songz, 2 Chainz, Offset, Scott Darling, and that's just to name a few. You get the idea? What gives this space its personality is its eclectic, collected look. Here we've got this salvaged piece, which I think is super cool. This is 100 years old, and it came from a Cleveland courthouse. Around the table, we've got these pews that were salvaged out of a church. Some of the more interesting design finds in this space are pieces made of salvaged and repurposed materials, such as these lamps. These are actually crafted out of salvaged gas meters, and they work. What really gives the space its character is the ceiling with its exposed trusses. And notice the skylight that runs the entire length of the living space that just really drinks in all that natural light. How cool is this? This stairway that leads to the second floor, the main suite, is housed in a converted smokestack. So you've got these spiraling wooden steps that go up to the second floor and then on up to the third floor, which is the rooftop terrace. Now, just about all the design elements in this living space have a story to tell, including the dining table. It's from the Starved Rock Lodge. Now, as a child, the owner of this Airbnb used to dine there, so he had to have this table. It's a wooden arts and crafts era table. It's an antique, and the owner paid $25,000.
Yeah.
Artisans crafted the bar and the bar stools out of salvaged wood from the bed of a tractor-trailer truck. Now, above me is a neon glowing sign that says, "I want it all." The owner says it's not just about financial success. It's meant to symbolize peace, family, love, happiness, and harmony. Those same qualities that drives him in his other business, the Ruby Room, a holistic approach to living the good life. Our next guest is a nonprofit organization providing healthcare, education, and community outreach to the Caribbean nation of Haiti. Now more than ever, it's so important to spread love beyond our borders. So let's meet the selfless team at Mission-Haiti and find out how they're making a lasting impact in the life of children and adults.
Mission-Haiti is a nonprofit Christian organization. Our goal is to love Jesus, love others, and make disciples. And we do that by building up future leaders here in Haiti. And we are really Haitian focused. And that means that most of the people that work for Mission-Haiti are Haitian, more than 96%. And we want to make sure that we try our best to end that circle of poverty so that we can give the locals here the opportunity to have a good education, to have a good health care, and also have opportunities so that they can get jobs, so that they can take care of themselves, so that they don't have to rely on us, Mission-Haiti, anymore. One of the biggest things that we do is healthcare. We have a medical clinic that on a daily basis serves about 80 to 90 patients who come from mountain areas so that they can come to a place where they know that they will be cared for. They will get answers, they will get the medication that they need so that they don't have to go elsewhere. They can get the necessary care that they need. We really care about ministry. So we have evangelism where we go and we preach the word of God to people who do not know Jesus as his Lord and Savior yet. And we also have a ministry center where we help elders learn how to read and write. We help young people learn how to play music. They have Saturday morning Bible studies. And we also have an elderly home as well, where we have 8 members that are at the end of their lives, and most of them are blind. Their families, if they have any, cannot take care of them. We try our best to really give them a place of hope, a place where they can thrive, a place of happiness during the last years of their lives. And finally, the biggest thing that we do is education. We help over 2,500 students get an education. And within those students, we have 8 schools that Mission-Haiti operate. And what that means is we make sure that the teachers show up on time. We feed the students 1 meal per day. We make sure that they have their books. We make sure that the level of education is one that is sufficient for their need. That is how we are really going to change this community. We are going to make sure that they have education. They have a place that they can go to if they are sick, and to make sure that they have job opportunities when they are finished with their education. we are grateful and hopeful because we know that our work will continue. We know that we'll continue to seek help from the states because of the men and women that come to our doors on a daily basis, and they come to us to seek help. We can seek help from our brothers and sisters in the states.
Be sure to visit mission-haiti.org to find out how you can help these givers grow their gifts. That's a wrap for this episode of Trending Today. I'm Karen LeBlanc. We'll see you next time as we bring you more stories from thought leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs from around the world as we check in on what's trending tomorrow.